under pressure, people will show you who they really are. And so when everyone can be a good mate, everyone can show up when things are going right. But what do people do when shit goes pear-shaped? And like when Nick rolled his Troopy, he could rely on me that I didn't fall to pieces and be like, oh fuck, what do we do here? Like I was on the winch and we got it back on its wheels. And then the same thing the next day when I go and throw my Troopy in a river and I ring Nick and I'm like, I'm just ringing to let you know, like, please do not come back. And the bloke's already in the car coming back in to help me.
Welcome to TFI Uncut. I am here with Nick and James. Guys, welcome to Melbourne.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Let's break down your film because there's a bit gone down, and yeah, if you've already seen the highlights, you know this is going to be a good chat.
Yeah, I feel like
Where do you start? Yeah.
I think for me, like, getting ready to strap in and have people see what effectively is my biggest fuck up going public.
Yeah.
And so people will see the version of me that made a terrible decision, and yeah, you see what happens.
Yeah.
And
Well, I actually haven't watched all your film. I've seen chunks of it, and I'm like, whoa, I'm looking forward to watching it in here.
Good. Well, so there's like people will watch this film and they'll see the version of me that made some terrible, in hindsight, decisions.
Yep.
And not the version of me that's learned and grown.
Yep.
And moved on from it.
Yeah,
So
good call.
That's kind of interesting for me to watch that unfold. But yeah, I think I'm ready for it.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Talk to me about this experience. So you relived something that's happened for the guys at home that aren't sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Something pretty full on.
Yeah. How much can I talk about it?
As much as you want. It's one of those things. The guys listening at home, if you haven't watched the film, go to thefilminvitational.com, pay your $4.99, get your access, watch the film, get your ass back here, and we'll unwrap what goes down.
Yeah. Well, it was a family holiday, so like we do this annual trip to the high country every year, and so we had my wife and our son in our car.
Got your nerves.
Yeah, I know.
I could feel them in the conversation.
Still gets me.
Yeah.
Because it was just it was just fun in the high country.
Yep.
And then we planned to go from Dargo Hotel on the eastern side across to Mansfield on the western side. And I'd done a bit of research to find the tracks and whatnot. So we did Crooked River, and that's when Nick came across, like, he saw our Instagram stories and was like, oh, I'll come across to this.
Yeah, I think it was in South Australia.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll come down. Like, we were trying to work out.
And meet up.
Yeah, we were actually
like
going
back
to go.
then. Is this a...
We'd met before, but this sort of, like, I think we only met once, haven't we?
We'd met a couple of times, yeah. But it was just him passing through Newcastle and stuff like that.
Yep.
You maybe would call it a shallowish friendship, even though we were tight.
We
So shit.
Yeah.
No, we almost bought the same car. The car that James ended up buying, I almost bought. So that's how like,
Exact
it started.
car.
Yeah, I test drove it. You didn't like
Is that how you met?
Yeah.
He reached out to me on Instagram, was like, did you buy this Troopy from Melbourne? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I test drove it. I went out and like vacuumed it and gurneyed it, and I hated that someone else had like sat in it and test drove it. I didn't know that it was his. Like, I didn't know.
What are the chances of ending up here? Yeah, this is wild.
And like after it happened, Nick was like, at any point you could have taken the Troopy out of it and our friendship would have stayed because of what we connected over. But in my mind, the Troopy was the only thing that was like of value that I had that would make me worthy of a friendship, I guess. Which is, I think, what made it so hard about losing it was the identity in myself that I'd wrapped around it.
Yeah, right.
That's a good one. So like, we'd had a lot of rain warnings over that sort of month period that we'd been away, but nothing had sort of come of anything. Like, there was like thunderstorms to the south of us, to the north of us, but like we'd had one rainy day in 3 weeks away, and then we were obviously with Nick that day.
Chill. That's like the rivers were like crystal clear and nice. The sun was out. We were just like cruising through the rivers, stopping, filming. Like, there was nothing bad.
And then we decided to do Billy Goats that afternoon, and it sort of started sprinkling at lunchtime, And my brother-in-law that was with us, he was like, I'm not driving.
The guys listening at home, like, how far from the nearest town are you? Like, how
We're
remote are you?
probably like 2 hours from Dargo Hotel.
Yeah.
But, 4 hours from Melbourne.
Yeah, there's nothing in. It's just a pub in Dargo. So there's no.
And once you get
safe.
right in there, it's remote.
You're right.
Yeah. And it's not just
And it's steep.
It's not just the kilometre-wise, it's the vertical hills and the snotty, rocky country that you got to drive up and down to get in and out. Yeah. But yeah, so like yours was the first one to go on that first afternoon. And
Was it just you still on the trip?
So his brother-in-law was there as well.
he parked at the bottom of the hill. He didn't come up.
Gotcha.
So it was just us two.
Yeah.
With our little... Yeah.
Well, I encouraged you into it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's easy. Let's.
Yeah.
Like, I'd done it before and didn't think it was that bad. So I don't know if it was in a Troopy. No, I think I was.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was like, it's easy. Let's go do it. And you were leading.
The rain didn't let up.
If you haven't watched the film, go and watch the film, and then the boys are gonna come back and the boys are gonna tell us what happened or something that unfolded. Let a little bit slip.
Wow, you went first, and I think like where you went, you lifted like 2 wheels at the same time. Like
Real,
Troopy's,
like off-cambered hinge.
Troopy's lift wheels anyway, our 70 series, but the Troopy lifted 2 wheels at one time. I was like, well, I might take a different line here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, like we had it like obviously filming because it seemed a bit sketchy, and then just cruised up and just got to a point where it just sort of hovered, and then it feel like, I think watching the footies, like mine picks up 2 wheels and then just goes what it felt like from here to here.
Yeah.
Just like there was no like in between, like there's no in between like, oh, it's gonna go. It was just like here, and then next minute I'm on my side.
But if he'd had gone to the roof again,
Yeah.
he would have been down with my brother-in-law at the bottom of the hill. Like there was nothing else there. Hey?
Yeah, there's not much on the side of Billy Goats to protect you if you've ever
It was like
seen it.
to see it. Like I'd parked and come back because I was like, that was a snotty little thing. So I'm gonna watch Nick come up it.
Yeah.
And like watching it unfold was like,
Oh, well,
what the actual? It was hectic.
yeah.
But then like just snapping into gear, and like Nick's in the car. He had the same winch that I had, the same remote, like everything. So we sort of like, in that moment, could rely on each other.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
Winch out.
I just
There was
knew.
nothing that Nick
yeah.
could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I knew that. I think I sort of like went to like get out of the car, and I was like, I knew that you were there, so I was just like, I think they were like, you're all right. I'm like, yep. I'm like, get the winch. It was like the first thing, like,
Yeah.
just so.
And then by chance, there was a decent tree, literally 90 degrees. So I could like, I'm like, do you want me to put a tree trunk protector on? And Nick's like, probably doesn't really matter at this point. I just remember you saying that. You're like,
Yeah.
you just wrap the fucking
Yeah.
rope around
Yeah.
the tree.
Yeah, because I'm like helpless in the car on the side. Doesn't matter.
I'll use a soft shackle. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it brought it back onto its wheels, but it was still a bit of a mission to sort of like get it off that section.
Yeah.
And like it was raining, it was windy, and we've got this Troopy that's on its side.
Well, it only started raining as you climb up, so it climbs like 1,000 meters, Billy Goat. So as you're going up, the weather started rolling in, and it was getting worse. But you still didn't think too much of it. And then I don't know, if you had a different car, like a patrol with coils and stuff like that, you would just walk up most of these things. But add in 4-ton troop carrier, fully loaded for touring. There's just weight in spots, all at the back or. So I've since shifted a bit of weight around in the car since that happened, because it just went
All to the driver's side.
Yeah. No, I got balanced out. I put it on the passenger.
Back since, yeah. Because it all moved when he rolled it, all rolled onto the driver's side.
Excellent.
This is just the start of the shenanigans on this trip, though.
Yeah.
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 This is day one or
Yeah.
two. Day
It's
one.
like a
This was day
Sunday
one.
afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and pulled it back onto its wheels. We got to the top, but then we had to turn around and come back down again, because if we kept going, it was going to land us back closer to Dargo, which wasn't the direction that we wanted to go.
Yeah.
So we made the call to turn around and drive back down.
So the trip was still on. You just weren't heading home.
Yeah. Well, we sort of had to do.
Yeah.
We had to get out of there.
Yeah.
Like once you're up there, I suppose there's probably a made road down, but
Yeah.
like it was you know, like I was a bit nervy coming back down.
Yeah, I was
that's for sure.
Yeah.
And also you had your 1-year-old in the car. You know that part of
He
the
was
story.
fast asleep in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when Nick rolled, he was fast asleep. Wouldn't have even known where we were, but it still was like... But that's just...
Were you thinking it was just a freak accident, or were you thinking, oh, we're like overstepped the boundaries here a little?
Nah,
I think it felt
I
like
didn't-
a freak accident.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oops.
Yeah.
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 Because we
Stuff
sorta-
like that's going to happen again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember thinking, like, rolling a Troopy on Billy Goats is, like, absolutely the wildest thing that could happen on a Victorian High Country trip. You know, like, this shit does not happen.
It'd happen, yeah.
Yeah, well, I wish that was the wildest thing that happened on that trip. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we went back down, got to the bottom, and then back to your brother-in-law had found camp at the base.
Yeah.
And so we just sort of parked up there. It was pretty good. Like, my car was filthy, so looking at the side, I was like, there's no damage to this thing. Like it was almost like it was bad, and then, you know, like looking, I was like, pretty much nothing happened. Like, it seemed very much like, you know, like it's gone, like, you know, just a full driving. Yeah, like nothing was really that
That's
bad.
it. It's not bugger all damage.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
You, when it was dirty, you couldn't
I've
tell.
seen the rollover. It's, it looked
Yeah.
like it should have been pretty banged up.
Because it
Yeah.
was all rock.
Yeah, yeah.
And it laid on the scrub bars and the...
Yeah, sort of was resting on all the
Yeah.
like wheels
This
and
is why the bar works on.
Yeah, but in hindsight.
But half the time, she doesn't work like
No,
it's
Yeah.
not at all.
yeah, and then we just had dinner, and I think we slept in, and you were up
Yeah.
early, I
Yeah.
think, and we must have already decided that we were gonna.
You had the night before. You was sort of like, I think we'll head back to Paynesville.
Yeah,
Keep in mind, I think it's important to know that, like, our film focuses on retracing our steps and telling
Correct.
the story of this. Like, this happened January 2024.
early on that.
No, it was January. Yeah, 9th of January. And so, like, but we just never told anyone because, like,
It's not something you
I was ashamed.
go
of
bragging
it.
about it.
And and it was like, we've been posting stories and stuff on our socials up until that point, and then the 9th of January, we just never
Nothing.
posted again.
Yeah,
And,
really.
like, people would message and be like, oh, how was your trip and what's going on? And it was just,
I
just
don't
insane.
ask. Yeah, no reply.
Yeah. And so, yeah, for us, our film is focusing on retelling the story, and we use like a bit of original footage from the event. And I think that's what's got a lot of people confused is
Yeah.
I think they thought that we'd
It's happened.
gone in to film the film and sacrificed
Yeah, yeah.
two vehicles
Well,
for it.
that's understandable. That's why they need to go and watch the films
Yeah.
and suss it out for themselves.
But I think it makes for a cool story is because it's something that's like up until now we've just kept under our hats.
Yeah.
And but it has been a cool story. If you take all the other like the emotional side out of it, it is a cool story.
It's a cool story. Before we push too far away from it, what was like the most shameful thing about what happened?
Everybody says if you can't walk it, don't drive it.
Yep.
Stay away from floodwaters.
Yep.
But I felt like we had two shitty options in front of us, which was wait, but we didn't know how long with limited food. I mean, we had probably 2 or 3 days worth of food because we're driving from Dargo to
You've got a
Mansfield.
1-year-old in the car.
We've got a 1-year-old, so we've got
Two
limited
two
nappies.
families there
Yeah,
as well.
two families. Yep.
And so it was like the water was still on its way up, and there was 6 crossings in a row, and the first 4 were okay. The 5th one was dicey, but we could walk it, and the 6th one was just horrible. And I knew that we shouldn't have done it, but I felt like we had no other option.
You'd already gone that far too.
Yeah,
You're
I felt
5
like
out of
it was
6.
it was like all we had to do was make it 10 meters.
Yeah.
And we were free. Like
Yeah.
we could do it. We could go back to Dargo. We could go to Mansfield, whatever. And yeah, but we were like as prepped as we could be. Like I was strapped from the front of my brother-in-law's D-Max to the back of our car. I had the winch rope unwound and coiled up over the UHF antenna. I had, and like, Nick had left that morning, so like we're 5 hours on our own at this stage. So we had like seatbelt off. We had our 1-year-old on my wife's lap, windows down, we didn't want anything to go wrong, but at the same time, we were like, if we're doing this, we've got to do as much prep as we can if something does go wrong.
You're totally ready for if it did.
Yeah, but in my mind, like, I didn't think anything would go wrong. Like, typical young fella brain, I was just, the first time that I thought we're screwed here is when we were screwed.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I'm ashamed of.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed that people could see this.
Good answer.
You had your family with you. Why would you do something like that? But so much more went into it.
How's the comments been on the highlights?
Brutal.
Good. Yeah. Brutal.
Good or brutal?
As expected.
Yeah.
Actually, as expected.
Yeah.
For people to see it without any kind of what's it called when you have understated context?
Yeah.
Without any context, like, I probably would judge me pretty hard too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
with context, I judged myself.
Which sort of
hard.
sets up where we're at and what's going on pretty well. Like, if they want to learn more, they can go watch it.
Yeah. Guns.
Get a
Listen to a good yarn.
Yeah. Tune into
Judge me if
tune
you
into the
want.
potty.
Tell me I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
You won't be telling me anything.
Put
I
as
don't
many
know.
hateful comments at the bottom of this video as you want.
Yeah. Kindly.
Yeah. Not in caps lock.
Yeah.
That's funny as.
Yeah.
What else do you want to let's sleep about the experience in the film? Maybe let's, like, the experience is what went down. Let's talk about retracing the steps and the video in general.
I feel like for me, the emotional side of thing wasn't as big as it was for you to go back to the high country.
Yeah.
There was one time when we were coming out of the creek where my car had a very similar feeling. I was like, it did what it did the first time, but it just didn't go over on its side.
Yep.
And again, it's the same.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I was spinning wheels and smoking and it was a very similar thing, but I think I was pretty okay with going back, and I think it's been a bit of a journey for you to, come to terms with it, and being that, the Troopy was a big part of your lifestyle and adventure and safety, I think, getting out of...
Let's maybe touch on, say, like, the car being part of your identity, because we've just rolled into the 4x4 adventure space, and you've sort of identified something that, I guess, the fishos, maybe relate to their boat and stuff like that. Like, talk to me about the identity. And
I think it was just like the way that I lived my values. And so, like, I felt safe with the Troopy. Like, it had batteries and 12 volt and water storage, and like, we'd driven it a lot. We'd taken it to Cape York and Fraser and Morton a couple of times, and so we'd done lots of big off-grid trips. And I felt safe in it. My wife felt safe in it. We'd had it before we'd had kids, and
that actually adds a bit more, like, essence to the story.
Yeah.
It really does. Yeah.
But I think too, it was the 3 C's: confident, capable, and credible. And I got that from the Troopy. So I drive the Troopy and I felt confident, I felt capable, and it also gave me credibility. So, like, if people would see me and they'd be like, oh, he must have done something, made some good decisions or whatever to be able to afford that, or have a huge big loan. And so it gave me a lot of things. Maybe, like, I fitted into that 70 series, like, arrogant kind of.
Well, I wanted to touch on it earlier. Back to the film.
You remember that 70 series?
Just a bit of flex.
I don't have one anymore, so they're all losers.
I agree.
It doesn't work.
Before we move on, what do you think of, like, the other cars and the car people in the event? Because this is like a thing. This is a new thing.
Are there
for
other
me.
people in it?
Never heard of them. No friends in TFI, and they say that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm, like, a bit sort of awestruck of, like, other people that are in it. Like, I wanted to meet Uncle Paulie for years, and
I'm looking forward to meeting Paulie. He's coming in shortly.
I know, but, like, to meet these guys that I've looked up to in the industry for a long time on virtually what is a level playing field.
It's a 1 in 10 shot.
It's wild, to have that opportunity.
Do you maybe want to talk to me about the TFI, like the whole format of it? You mentioned that you tuned into the fishing.
Just around
Mainly for the guys at home. Yeah, like what you're saying.
Of it.
Yeah, like we were saying before. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you sort of have everyone comes out a winner.
Yeah.
You know, so like we come in as creators, and we win because we get a little bit of exposure, the opportunity to tell a story, and then you've got consumers that get to watch a cool story and
Top end content. Yep.
yeah, right. Top tier.
Yeah. Top tier.
You know, and then you've
What is
got
it?
you guys
50 cents a film or something.
pull
Words
all
out
this
to be.
together, and you get a warm fuzzy feeling to watch, you know, your brainchild bring people together and give people a platform that wouldn't otherwise
It's
happen.
today when we like everyone comes in here and then we roll into the cinemas. It's
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty
imagine
special.
it.
Yeah, the big
You'll be
screen.
standing there with a big grin on your face.
Yeah, it's sick. I just went and had a look at like the cinema we're in 2 seconds before you got here, and it's going to be so good in there. And everyone cheers for each other. Like it's such a vibe there. Yous are a part of like this year's experience, and it's just something that I don't know lasts forever. Yous will be connected to all these people forever.
The bit that I'm a bit nervous about is that some of the footage on our film, I shot for no one else's eyes to ever see.
Yeah.
It was almost like I shot it as a video journal to myself to remind myself that feeling that I was in that moment.
Don't ever do that again. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like, what am I going to use this to change in my life? Like, this is a big. Have you ever heard the story about the feather, the brick, and the train?
No.
So life will, if you're going in the wrong direction, life will give you a little tickle with a feather. And say, hey, there's something off here.
Oh yeah.
You might need to change something. And if you ignore the feather, you get a brick.
Yeah.
And a brick
Totally
hurts a little
relate
bit
to this.
more.
Yeah.
And if you ignore the frick, you get a freight train.
Yeah, you get the train.
And I think losing the Troopy was a freight train for me. And I look back and I saw multiple bricks and a lot of feathers. But to be able to lose a Troopy, but we lost no lives.
Mm-hmm.
No one was like handicapped or permanently disabled from it. It was just a car.
Yeah.
And to be
It
able
was
to
nothing in hindsight. You're so lucky. Yeah.
I didn't get cancer.
Yeah.
I didn't lose my wife or my son or like, you know, like people have lost a lot more for them to change the direction of their lives. Where I look back and I'm like, how grateful am I that it was just a car, you know? And I got a mate.
Yeah.
And I think I've developed like what I call a guiding principle now for me, which is under pressure, people will show you who they really are. And so when everyone can be a good mate, everyone can show up when things are going right. But what do people do when shit goes pear-shaped? And like when Nick rolled his Troopy, he could rely on me that I didn't fall to pieces and be like, oh fuck, what do we do here? Like I was on the winch and we got it back on its wheels. And then the same thing the next day when I go and throw my Troopy in a river and I ring Nick and I'm like, I'm just ringing to let you know, like, please do not come back. And the bloke's already in the car coming back in to help me, you know?
So good.
Like mates that like that don't exist like that, you know? So
You'll see all this in the film, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm interested, like, what's the biggest takeaway from the whole experience? Like you said that you've learned a lot, things have changed. Like even if it's a bit of advice or something to someone else, what is the biggest takeaway for you personally or the viewers?
question.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Don't ride through a flood of
Yeah,
no, that's too simple. It's like, I think probably for me, it's like,
Well, what else could have you done?
yeah.
Like you sort of had to. Yeah, you had two bad fucking options.
Yeah. Just wait it out.
Yeah.
But that's easy to say when we took the other option, you know?
Yeah, it could have been worse if you waited. Something else could happen, or no food, or you had no way of contacting anyone in there.
To even let you know you're there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have thought any different if I didn't hear from you.
Yeah.
You know, as I said before, you've done all the big trips. You know how to
Yeah,
confident forward driver.
For a second. Yeah, he's all good.
Yeah, I'll just hear from you in 2 weeks again or something.
Yeah.
How was the trip? But I heard from you.
Yeah, you heard from me.
I thought you were joking.
And I'll tell you what, it was a hike. Like, the river that we were at was 300 metres above sea level.
Yep.
And the first 2 kilometres, it went to 1,100 metres above sea level. Like, it was literally like...
I don't think you've explained that you hiked. You walked out. So left.
So I left my wife and son in the tent on the side of the creek because I was like, I don't have the skill set to try and get this car going again. But not only that, it stuffed a gut full. Like it was in the injectors, it was in the intercooler, and I think it was just the bottom of the snorkel wasn't sealed
Yeah,
up.
that's the common issue, isn't it? The shitty seals on it, or no seal on them.
Yeah, and so the next morning I cut my losses and I just said, look, rather than spend 8 hours trying to get this car going, I'm just going to walk out. And I was like, I'll be gone till 3, set myself a time limit, and I'll get phone reception and I'm walking and I'm like, who the hell am I going to call? Like, who's going to pull a 4-ton Troopy out of some of the roughest, like I'm driving up tracks on the way in there and I'm like, this is steep. And I'm like, now you've got to flat tow a car out of here.
Who are you calling?
Admiral Towing. They had that big,
there's a towing company, yeah.
and it was on a, like I'm thinking to myself, what the hell am I going to do? And here's this sign nailed to a tree. And it was like, are you in trouble?
No way.
Are you in trouble?
And it's like high as.
Yeah,
like,
they must have stood on the roof of the uni.
We like 10 meters up, or no, not that much. 6
Are you in
meters in
trouble?
the air.
Call Dave from Admiral Towing.
Yeah, I fucking
I was like, Dave, I'm in trouble. And they had the Unimog. They're based out of Maui.
Yeah.
And the Unimog.
Shout out to Dave.
Yeah, Dave, you're the man. The Unimog was at Blue Rag.
What the hell?
So they were able
How did you come and drag you home?
Yeah, so I rang Nick and Dave at probably 12.
Yep.
And then turned around and hiked back to camp. Nick turned up at 4.
Hang on the way there, so the one I thought you were just having me on, and then it was like all serious. All right, cool. Send me a pin drop. I'm on the way. I head in, and you said there's 3 rivers on the way to where I am, and he goes, I've walked them all. You're sweet to go through. I rocked up to the first river, and I was like, well, James said he walked it, and like I went straight in, and like water over the bonnet, in the windows, filled up the cup holder like on the armrest, like it was deep.
River, wasn't it?
Deep. I could have.
Oh,
Yeah.
different river.
Yeah.
You come a different way.
Well,
he was at the
Or a different
start.
section of it,
He was
yeah.
at the section of the track.
yeah, and it was deep. Like twisted the car and
You're
like,
like, oh no, what
yeah,
am I doing?
yeah.
So
So
there was 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, and that was all the
That
one
was-
together.
yeah, but then I got to the point where I'm like, oh, this must have been the 3 that you're talking about because it was chill as.
Yeah.
And then I kept going and get to a point. I was like following the GPS coordinates, and it said like, said to go right, and there was this big rock arrow on the ground that James had made. I was like, that's us.
And then I snapped a branch off a tree and stabbed it in the center of the rock arrow. So
And you knew.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
that's
I
it,
knew, yeah.
even in the video, like they shot in the car, they were like, "We're thinking that this is James making this arrow," and I was like, "Fuck, I'm glad I made that arrow."
Yeah, we would have gone the other way.
Yeah.
And then it just led us around to find you. What the hell?
Yeah.
What do you think all the guys at home are going to think about the film when they watch it?
Do you know what?
What are you hoping they feel?
Oh.
Think.
Maybe like some sadness for a young fella that lost his Troopy by accident. Maybe a bit of compassion.
Go easy on him.
Do you know what? I think there'll be 2 very, like, people will watch it and be like, I can relate.
Yeah.
I've done some dumb shit.
Yeah, I've done lots of dumb shit.
I
I
think
can relate.
people are going to watch it and go, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I think I can handle both because,
Yeah.
like,
Well, at the end of the day, it's going to be great viewing for anyone. Yeah.
yeah. But it's so, like, it's funny to look at it now and go, shit, we've gone so far off on our own little, like, tangent with this where people are either going to love it or hate it, but it's just very uniquely us. Yeah. I think we show up as ourselves and we're raw and vulnerable and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
give it a good shot.
So in, say, like the industry now, like, are you guys like working in the industry now? You're still doing personal stuff?
Yeah, I'm still running my electrical company in Newcastle.
This is still just a hobby, yeah?
If you're in Newcastle, New Powerpoint.
Yeah, surely. It's just strictly hobby, yeah?
Yeah, but I've thought about it as like, what opportunities would I want to come from this?
Yep.
And I haven't actually found the answer to that question yet.
You might not need to know it
Yeah,
yet.
and I think I'm okay with just
see how this all plays out.
Yeah.
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 Well, if you need sparky work in Melbourne,
Call me and I'll arrive down.
Too
I
sparky.
can sort it out. Yeah, we're very. That's what I think. Like we bonded a lot
Yeah.
originally.
That's
It's like
why
very,
they got the Troopies.
yeah, very similar.
Yeah, even like when we met at the hotel this afternoon, I was so dreading you were going to get out of the car and wear a blue shirt and
Oh, yeah.
tan pants.
Yeah, it's close. Strutty, mate. Yeah, his blue shirt was dirty.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, what about you? Like for the industry, you're already in it, really, aren't you?
Loosely. No, sort of.
But when you're a spark, you get paid too much to go dump all your cash to,
that's
to
why
move into
Sparkies
this
always
space.
wear
Yeah,
belts, 'cause their pants are that heavy
I
from all
know.
the cash.
All the coins.
Yeah, they
all
got a
the
whole-
$100 notes.
Yeah.
But it's sort of true. Like if you're on a shitty gig, like following your passion's much easier. If you've got like a good job and a good business and career,
Yeah.
at that, like
Yeah.
it's difficult to want to give that away.
Yeah. Well, they say comfort is the enemy of whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I was pushing for a lot of years in business to then realize that, like, what for?
Yeah.
And then sort of like learn to, okay, set up work so it's sort of trying to run itself in the background while I can be,
So you can live your life.
yeah, which is like, you know, grinding for 10 years by myself to make it be a reality now.
Mhm.
So it was hard, but I wouldn't change doing that to put me where I am now.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is
the
a-
benefits of it.
Yeah, and to allow me to do more
Tuck
of,
me under his wing and
yeah,
help guide me through it, because I'm sort of where you were
Yeah, you're trying to do the same thing.
when he, yeah. And so to have someone to look up to that's like created a life of their own. Not that I want Nick's exact life,
Yeah.
but
The
he's
framework
tailored,
of it, yeah.
Yeah, he's tailored a life that is perfect for him.
Yep.
And for me to look at that and be like, oh shit, like
Something similar would suit you.
I can do that.
Yeah.
You know? So,
So while you're in town, you're going to go check out 4x4 show,
yeah.
have a look around.
Yeah.
What is the plan for the weekend? We're having a few bevs tonight,
potentially.
potentially.
Essentially, yeah.
Bar tap, free bar tap start soon.
I set my, I didn't tell you this. I set everything up in my hotel room with my water bottle,
Oh, already.
my Panadol,
Your,
everything.
your thoughts? Have
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
your thoughts?
It's so funny because I'm like, if I come home shit-faced, I'm going to not know where to find any of this stuff in
Yeah.
my suitcase, so I've set it all up.
Did you set up too, like water bottle in my
you're
room or
right,
anything?
big dog. Yeah.
What'd you think of those hydrolytes and the easy freeze and that? Have you given them a well yet? Yeah.
Good shit. I'm like a huge fan of Hydrolite ever since my wife was pregnant. She used the Hydra Mamas,
Yeah.
and so you use
Never
those,
heard of that.
and you get onto these ones.
Yeah.
It's like, because
Yeah, we're pretty
don't
lucky to
wanna
get
use
so
the one
many
for
of them.
pregnant.
I've been having like one every morning, like every time I get on the
it's
like,
like I don't drink normal water now.
yeah, you don't
I
need,
suppose it is
yeah.
normal water, but it's got, you know,
Tastes good.
hydrosashes in it. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add, boys? Been pretty good chat so far.
I'm just excited to see the rest of the films
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
being like, having watched all the previous things where it's fishing,
Yep.
and it's, you know what I mean, like to be the outside watching fishing, it's like it's all just fishing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like sort of thing,
Yeah.
and different sort of ventures, and to see like the full drive and the teams that are in it have got different levels of cars, and you know, like just keen to see where it all goes and meet everyone and
Yeah.
just sort of, you know, enjoy the experience.
Well, I think it's cool watching it for fishing, but fishing's not my thing.
No.
Like, I wouldn't even know how to tie a knot on a
Yeah.
fish hook.
I've seen you tie a knot in your
Yeah.
intro video.
I can't tie knots, tie knots. But to have the TFI structure
Yep.
with something that I am passionate about. And
I used to absolutely pump to get in there and watch all this.
Yeah.
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 I love that you're so pumped about it.
I'm just hoping that Gav drove his Troopy over from WA so I can
Yeah.
get a ride in it.
Gav rolled his Troopy. Like,
Pull up a seat, boys.
I think everyone's looking forward to seeing what Gav puts on the big screen.
Yeah.
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 I watched Gav's, but I was like super drunk after I'd finished the last fishing podcast. I can hardly even remember, and I was half slurring in bloody Luke Falzone's one, and we watched it, Artie, and yeah, can't recall.
That's funny.
Can't recall, so I'm looking forward to getting in there again and
Yeah.
having a good look.
Yeah.
So you just said about the fishing. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the fishing one. So you've watched them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's your top three in fishing? Very keen to hear.
Definitely the dude that caught the sailfish and then took
Yep.
the young fella out.
Yep,
What was
Matty,
his name?
Matty Scholes.
Yep. I
Yep.
thought his was so great. And then probably my mate with the trooping that went offshore up in
Oh yeah,
Indonesia or something.
yeah. The captain guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was sick. And then probably the brothers that went to Vanuatu.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aussie
no,
brothers.
actually, well, yeah, those ones were sick, but the mates that caught that fish right at the end of their film,
Oh yeah, the Less Ordinary Boys. Yeah.
that one got me because, like, you could hear it in their voice of, like, oh my God.
Yeah, I love doing
caught
that.
this
I
fish,
love
and
doing
he's
the
like,
potty with them because they're like, we didn't
Oh.
have it filmed like a couple of days before it. Yeah.
And they were battling some crazy weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my hairdresser back in Newcastle is best friends with them.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm telling her about the TFI and she's like, oh yeah,
My mates are yeah.
And I was like, what?
So are we.
Rose, I've never thought that you would even know a single thing about this.
So that's one thing we chatted about. So the listeners at home, there is a fishing TFI, there's a 4x4 adventure TFI. There's going to be a couple of years of the 4x4 one like coming up, and yeah, it's stoked to have you involved in the first one. We're obviously going to see what the benchmark is and what the future creators can either progress from.
I think you've unlocked gold.
Yeah.
Crossing over from fishing to 4x4.
Well, we had no idea that we had potentially either. So like just the engagement and how much people are engaged in the 4x4 space. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
This
I
could
think you've done
this
well.
could just go bonkers. And yeah, I guess we'll find out what everyone
Get
else
rid of the
thinks.
dirty fishermen and just
Yeah.
make it the
Yeah.
4x4 invitation.
I reckon.
Good way to get myself hooked with a fish hook that way.
Yeah. Righto, boys. Let's maybe wrap it up here.
Yeah,
And,
awesome.
thanks for
Cool.
sitting down, and
Thank
yeah,
you
look
for
forward to
having us.
watching the film in HD and in this cinema.
On the big screen.
for
Oh,
this.
God.
That's a wrap,
See
guys.
our mugs.
Go and
Thank
watch
you.
the films. filminvitational.com. Get your access pass. Vote for the boys. Yeah,
Vote for us.
We'll work out who wins the 100K in a few weeks. Great, lads.
Thank you. Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you, mate.
Thank you very much.